man. I just explained to you that.
So, so what rights do you have that other people don't have right now? Because you guys,
What,
because are you if you're
what,
FBA, you guys always like advocate for reparations and all that stuff.
I don't
So,
know
I
why you
don't call
called me.
myself no
like, I don't.
I
FBA.
don't know why you called me an FBA.
I don't call myself no FBA.
Yeah,
But but we don't have no more rights than any
they
other
look at
people.
the
I don't
internet
know
and just think
what you talking
everybody,
about.
every black person is like that,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah,
bro,
I don't.
I
Yeah,
don't
and what's
even see
black?
that shit.
Okay, so what's Black American culture other than just being colonized by English settlers on the
See,
American
that's just
continent?
disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, that's
I'm not even gonna
yeah.
lie, bro. I'm not even gonna entertain that because that's just mad
The
disrespectful
way
to
y'all be
take my
disrespecting
entire
this,
ethnic
You
group
can
of
keep
people
gaslighting.
and
You can
just
keep
say this
gaslighting all
for
you want.
colonization.
I'm just saying,
Hey,
like
hey, you can believe
Africans,
whatever you want, bro.
they are
You
bilingual
can believe
on
whatever you want. If
average.
you don't look, bro,
They
if you
still
don't
have the
believe we
culture
have a culture,
intact.
that's fine, bro.
They go to
That's
we
fine.
came
work.
here, but we had to
You
start
know,
from the
they
bottom.
go
We
to
have
work.
black Americans
They're
have a
not
culture.
crying
We
for
sit
free
here,
money, right?
free
It's
money,
okay. So you're
free
Like I feel
money.
like
anti-American.
Black
That's
Americans
fine.
are
Everybody else
have
got
We don't
proximity to
care.
reparations, but we can't get
We
whiteness.
don't care, bro.
reparations. Say
We
what?
don't care, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
What
you're
are you talking about?
anti-reparations. That's fine. Yeah, you
Who
said it's
got
free money. We're begging for
Free
free
money.
money. Yeah,
reparations?
And
you
We
said
don't
literally,
need
black people are
Mexican. I
begging
reparations.
for
remember
free
You
money.
I
guys
heard
have the
Mexicans
same
say they
rights
wanted
as
reparations.
any other U.S. citizen.
You said
You
what?
guys literally have the same
Bro,
rights as
I'm gonna
any.
keep it
You
real with
guys
you.
literally
I'm
have the
not
same
gonna
rights
argue.
as any
I'm
other
not gonna
U.S.
argue
citizen.
about
As a
reparations.
white T,
I'm
Okay.
not gonna argue about reparations, and I'm not gonna argue about what's Black American culture. That's just it's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
If you
bro.
believe that we don't have no
well,
culture, bro, that's your personal opinion, bro. I'm not gonna entertain that. It's very disrespectful to say
Yeah,
that
it's
about our
that
people.
is
But if
that's
you
Yeah,
believe
crazy.
that, that's fine, bro.
I'll
you can
never
keep
say like
gaslighting.
I would say
I
gaslighting.
know that these are independent cultures. My only thing in this is somehow in the more recent times I've
We had no
seen a
culture. That's
highlighting of
something.
the separation or reasons to be separated versus like ways for us to find common ground. So like
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna.
understand
Oh,
how
go
we're
ahead.
supposed to be separated within the black community, but then somehow on the external front be all together. I don't get it.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is not really a new thing. This has been going on for decades, but nobody wanted to say anything. Everybody was scared to talk about it. The issues and the tensions between Black Americans and Black immigrants happened as soon as Black immigrants came off the boat. If you want to be real, we are an ethnic group of people. We are not immune to tribalism. I will say that. I'll never not talk bad about my people. We are not immune to racism, xenophobia, homophobia or any of that stuff. We're not perfect, right? But like I said, we have to acknowledge the cultural differences. I think part of the problem is anytime somebody would try to talk about these things between us and African immigrants, people would just shut us down and be like, "No, you're gonna split up black people. Don't talk about it." Like we just not supposed to talk about the obvious issues in the community. And since we're not supposed to talk about it and it's a taboo subject, people start people start gravitating towards extreme stuff. Like when I was first looking up like the issues like between Africans and African Americans, I started getting recommended all this stuff about how they were bushmeat eating tethers and all this stuff. Now me, I can look at stuff and be like, all right, I don't want no parts of that. But some other people might not have the I don't know say willpower, but they might not have like the mental capacity to understand when somebody is manipulating them or telling them things that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? But I think part of it is the rise of conservatism in Black Americans is because they feel left out by the Democrat Party. They feel unheard by the Democrat Party. So they start looking towards conservative media. And white conservative media is very much anti-Black American. So the next thing in conservative media that panders to Black American is the Tariq Nasheed types. So that's how they end up in the Tariq Nasheed and and all that stuff. That's how they end up in those types of spaces. But yeah, bro, um, I would like actual Pan Africanists to be the ones to bridge the gap between us because there's obviously a cultural gap, right? But for some reason, it's just I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. I think
I
I said
I appreciate you explaining that.
Yeah, I would rotate. But I also want to add. Oh wait, hold up. Raven, you can go.
I came up here. I was kind of like chilling in the comments, but there were just like a few things that were said I just kind of thought was kind of crazy. I identify as Black American, so I guess I would be similar to FBI and so on. There's a few things that were said. I think Jagoid, you said that like what is Black American culture other than being colonized? Is that what you were saying?
Very disrespectful, by the way.
I wouldn't. I usually don't entertain that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I don't really know what your ethnic background is. I think you are native.
He's Poppy. He ain't no native.
He's Latino.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a native.
But yeah, I think to say something.
So ask them what is their culture.
Let me finish
Wait, who are you
talking,
talking to?
Mark.
Wait, who are you talking to?
You motherfucker.
Mark,
All right.
let me finish talking.
Chill, Mark.
Fucking faggot.
I was talking about the comment that you had made, Jagoid, when you had said that all Black American culture is being colonized. I just think saying something like that is insane, especially coming from someone that's Latino, given how much colonization that has happened.
Okay, so where were you born and raised, Raven?
How much they
Where
like
were you born
our
and
culture.
raised?
I think saying something like that is actually insane.
You can okay, so
Given
you
the
can't
fact
keep
that
on
it's so-
gaslighting. Can you answer my question?
How am I gaslighting?
Can you answer my
I'm literally
question?
just talking about
You
my
know what
perspective.
gaslighting
I
is.
haven't started.
You're questioning me. Answer my
Yeah,
question.
that's not called gaslighting.
What was the question? So I can answer it. I got the answer for you. What was your question originally?
No,
didn't have
I'm
a question.
questioning why. No, you're questioning why Black Americans. You're questioning me about why I think
No,
Black
I'm
Americans
asking you. What was
don't
your
really have a
question that
culture.
you
He,
needed
he
answered?
didn't. He didn't
What
have
was
a
your
question.
question?
Jesus,
that
He
no,
didn't
you
have a
needed?
question. He did not have a question. He said that Black Americans, the only culture that Black Americans had was being colonized. And I said that if he's Latino and has a Latino background, then to say something like that is insane given Latino history.
Well, what is
And then he
Latino
asked me, and then
culture?
he asked me where I
Latino.
was born.
What is a
His question to
Latino?
me,
What is a Latino?
Okay.
What is
his question to
Latino?
No,
me
my
was
question-
where I was
I had.
born.
Y'all don't have no
That's how we
culture.
got
Hold on, my
here.
question.
Y'all don't have no culture.
Exactly.
Everything you
What
got,
is a
y'all got from
Latino?
somebody that was there prior to what y'all got now.
A Latino is you're Latino because you have
Came
been
second. A
colonized.
Latino is a secondary
Latino means to be
hybrid.
in subjugation to someone else. That's what Latino means. You have to look up what that
Nah,
word
that ain't
is.
really. I had to do that.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what
So
Latino
Raven,
means.
where were
what
you
is a
born and
Latino?
raised?
What is your culture?
Hold on.
Bro,
Where were you
I
born and
guarantee
raised,
you don't
Raven?
even speak any
Nah,
indigenous
you're right.
language.
You're right.
You probably speak English and Spanish. You probably don't even
Where
speak
were you
any
born and
indigenous
raised, Raven?
And that's why I said that, Solange.
Where was
You want to
you born and
gaslight
raised?
me?
That's exactly why I said that, Solange.
You using gaslighting. You watch a lot of TikTok, I see, because I don't think you know what that word means. Because you're
Yeah, he
steady
keeps saying
these
it.
people are
It's like
gaslighting
no one's
you.
gaslighting
But
you.
how are they gaslighting you? Like, what if you didn't have a question? How are they gaslighting you?
Okay, so I asked Raven a question.
What was the question, sir?
Where were you born and raised? Where were you born and raised? Because
I
you
was born
feel
in
like
the United.
you can
I
speak
was
for the
born
Latino
in the.
community.
I'm
Where were you born and
asking
raised?
the question. I'm not speaking for the Latino community. It's called being educated, right? I know about Latino history, right? So it's not about speaking for anybody. I haven't started speaking for anyone. I was born in the United States of America. That's where I was born, and I was raised here.
Okay, so you're a United States and you're a
Everybody gotta
United
speak
States
for
of
United
themselves.
States
America.
in what is
Okay.
United States in?
Yes. United
What
States
is
is a
United
U.S.
States?
citizen.
Oh,
Latinos call you
the
guys
United
gringos
States citizen.
or a
Okay.
United States
Like I've
citizen.
never heard of the United
Yeah,
States.
you say United States citizen. 'cause
Yeah,
we
us
don't know the
Latinos
word.
call you
That's
that.
made
You
up.
would know
But
that
that's not a
if you
thing.
knew
We
about
wouldn't know that
Latinos, but
because
you
that's a
don't.
made up word,
You're
sir.
a United States citizen.
No.
No, it's not. It's a word. Look it up. United States
It's a
citizen.
word.
It's
A
literally a
United
noun
States
He's
to
trying.
identify U.S. citizens.
Pobrecito.
It does
You're
exist.
trying your
U.S.
best. Pobrecito.
Why are you speaking Spanish?
Porque
Why are you trying to
puedo.
speak Spanish? You see you have no
Trying,
culture.
pero
You
estoy
claim
hablando
to be Black
español.
American, but you have no culture.
Hey,
Pero
let's switch it
estoy.
up a
How
little
come you're
bit,
not proud
man.
of?
Sí,
Like,
porque puedo hablar en español con tú. Podemos hacerlo juntos. ¿Quieres hacerlo?
Oh my, you have an accent. You sound ridiculous when you speak Spanish. Just stop. Just speak English.
Ya. Sí, podemos
You don't think
hablar,
that you
podemos
sound
hablar
ridiculous when you
juntos,
speak
podemos hablar
Spanish,
juntos
even
en
as a
español si quieres
Latino.
hacer
Okay,
eso.
So if
okay,
you're a Latino,
okay.
that
¿Por
means
qué,
that
por
your
qué,
native
por qué
land
¿Quieres
is
hacer
responder en
eso? Podemos
español?
hacerlo.
well,
Dime,
we're gonna
dime lo que
find
tú
out
quieres
what
hacer.
delineation means.
Dime lo que tú quieres hacer. Podemos
Latino is
hacerlo.
Raven,
another word
Raven.
for nigga. period. It's another word for black. It's just describing the people that the Spanish colonized. Other than that, you'll be going by your tribal name. You'll be going by what your
Don't say the N-word. Rabin, ¿por qué has decidido en aprender español si eres tan orgulloso de ser afroamericano o estadounidense?
Porque esto era la decisión de mis padres. Ellos querían que yo sabía otro idioma y eso es, en mi opinión, bastante bien. Eso no tiene...
¿Y tus padres por qué han decidido esto? ¿Por qué no eran también orgullosos de ser afroamericanos y simplemente saber inglés?
Somos bastante orgullosos, mi amor.
Entonces, ¿por qué tus padres te han imponido a aprender español, un idioma donde los latinos lo hablen?
Ajá, pero los latinos y también los hispanos y también otras personas en este mundo, también los africanos hablan español y...
¿Por qué no japonés?
Y los personas
Sí.
de Asia también hablan español. Porque es una
No, eso
idioma
no es
que
cierto.
puedo hablar.
No, eso no es cierto.
Sí es cierto, bastante cierto.
No, en Asia no hay mucha gente que habla español.
Nunca dije
Ellos
que
hablan sus
había
propios
mucha
idiomas.
gente. Nunca dije que había mucha gente, pero hay gente que habla en español allí también. Eso es cierto.
¿Por qué español en particular? ¿Por qué no cualquier otro idioma como japonés, alemán, italiano? ¿Por qué español en particular?
Geografía. Los Estados Unidos está cercana a... otras personas.
Entonces nosotros, porque nuestra población está grandísimo, eso es la razón.
Para comunicar con la gente en nuestros barrios, en nuestro país.
Ok, entonces nos andamos cambiando la población de ustedes y así que ustedes andan tratando de aprender nuestra cultura. Entonces, ¿estás de acuerdo con mi punto al fin día? Con mi punto de vista. Nosotros latinos...
Porque mi cultura es mi cultura. Mi cultura es mi cultura. Mi aprendizaje del idioma de español es completamente separada de mi cultura. Yo puedo comunicar con más gente porque yo sé el idioma. Es lo mismo que tú hablas inglés. Tú puedes hablar con otras personas en inglés. Es acceso, simplemente acceso.
Sí, pero la razón por qué andas aprendiendo español es porque los latinos andamos sometiendo a la población afroamericana y también los blancos. Eso es facto, eso es la real, sí. Por eso no estás tratando de aprender cualquier otro idioma. Tú ya
Pero
lo
eso no
has
es cierto,
dicho.
pero eso no es cierto.
En tu vecindad,
también
la
hablo
gente en tu
portugués,
vecindad
también
habla
hablo
español.
francés,
La mayoría de la
también
gente de
hablo
tu
otros
vecindad
idiomas. Sí, pero
son
también
latinos.
hablo otros idiomas. Porque estamos en un mundo que es...
A mí me vale nada.
¿Ah?
Has decidido aprender español. A mí me
Sí.
vale nada. Has decidido aprender español.
Primariamente,
Porque los
no
latinos
fue
te
mi
andan
decisión.
sometiendo, te andan
Primariamente
dominando.
no fue mi decisión.
Andamos
No fue mi decisión
reemplazando
porque
tus
aprendí
vecindajes.
empezando a los 3 años. No fue mi
Mira,
decisión primariamente.
mira. Who's mad that
Primariamente
they're
no fue mi
incubated?
decisión. Si te vas a decir eso, necesitas
So
saber todos
I
los
completely
hechos.
debunked Raven. If you guys don't know Spanish, I completely debunked Raven.
You
She
didn't
openly
debunk
admitted to
anything. You
saying
didn't
that
debunk
she's learning
anything. That's
Spanish
actually
because
insane.
Latinos are taking over. We have a
literally
culture.
never
We're
said
family
that,
oriented.
Tontoncita.
We
This
are more
guy's
family
literally
oriented
freaking
than
insane.
Black
You're
Americans.
actually
I've been
insane.
listening this whole
And
time.
therefore,
She hasn't
we are
said
taking
that.
over.
You're translating incorrectly.
You literally
Yeah,
are trying to lie to the
no.
panel because they don't understand Spanish and try
Mira,
to make
también
it
hablo
seem like you
español,
said
así que
something
no
that
puedes
you didn't
mentir.
say.
No, I understand
You didn't
Spanish. That's what
debunk
you
it.
said.
Okay, Meli,
You
ask.
tried,
¿A dónde
you tried to
naciste?
question why
Why
I
you
knew
so-
Where were
Spanish,
you
and
born
I
and raised,
told your
Melly?
I'm
goofy
so pressed
behind
about being
that
better
is
than
because
Black
my
Americans.
parents, it was my parents' decision.
You
We
should
live
take
in a
over
globalized
Mexico and not
world.
America.
We live in a globalized world. The United States
No,
is
he's not lying.
geographically
That's where all immigrants
geographically
believe.
placed where there's
Take
a
over
lot of
Mexico and
Spanish-speaking
not
people.
America.
It is advantageous for anybody to know multiple languages, period. That has nothing to do with me hating my culture or anything like that. You didn't debunk ish. If anything, you just exposed that you have no critical thinking skills. That's what you exposed. And you tried to sit up here and on the panel and make it seem like that you said something you didn't say because you were banking on it, nobody knowing what we just talked about.
I knew he was
liar.
lying. I knew he was lying.
Yo no sé the whole time.
About being better than Black Americans, bro.
And the reason why I did that, let me just say this last thing. And the reason why I did that, because you was up here telling Solon and FBI about, because I know Spanish, and if I start speaking in Spanish, you guys wouldn't even understand what I'm talking about. And I'm like, this is what I'm saying. They always think Black Americans are stupid. My ancestors were the descendants of transatlantic slave trade. I am 100% Black American, and I am fluent in a different language. And y'all always think somebody's stupid. You always think that you always have the one up on somebody. You don't. Don't ever think that.
Okay, so if you guys were recording,
don't ever in your life think something as stupid as that. Don't ever in your life say something stupid. If I start speaking in Spanish, you won't even understand what I'm talking about.
Raven, now that it's one-on-one,
if I start speaking in Spanish, you won't even understand what I'm talking about.
You're starting to get nervous, aren't you?
You're not. You're literally.
Now that it's one-on-one, you're getting nervous, aren't you? You're
literally not as smart as you think that you are. You're really not.
It's not one-on-one. It's not one-on-one. You literally said when we were speaking in Spanish. You speak horrible Spanish, by the way. You have a horrible accent.
You're the first person ever in my life that said I speak horrible Spanish. You're literally a no sabo.
You're the
no sabo, please.
No, I certainly know way more.
Please.
I was born in a Hispanic household.
No sabo,
I was born in a Hispanic household. My Spanish is way more better than yours.
No sabo, please. It should be. And
you would never be Latino. I know you hate yourself.
Your Spanish should be better than mine.
And you try to learn Spanish. You try to be Latino.
Pobrecito, no sabo, please.
I know you try to be Latino. You would never be Latino.
It's not even about.
I know. Are you light skinned?
Again, there's literally something wrong with you.
Are you a light skinned black kid?
There's literally something wrong with you.
Because I noticed a lot of you are trying to learn Spanish so you can pass as like Dominican or Puerto Rican.
As someone that's supposedly indígena, you're trying to sit up here and use Spanish as a badge of honor when that's literally the language of the people that colonized your supposed people. And you're trying to act like that's supposedly a badge of honor.
There we go again.
Literally mentally wrong with you.
Another Americanized argument.
There's literally something.
Another United States.
There's literally something wrong with you. You need to get in touch with your roots. You need to go back to Tenochtitlan.
So Mexican Spanish is not the same as Spanish. You need to go back to
Tenochtitlan and lock in. Okay, because you try to sit up here and use Spanish as a badge of honor when that's the language of the people that supposedly oppressed you, and then you're trying to use that as a flex against other people is very much so odd. It's very much so odd behavior, no sabo. Play with somebody else.
Like Raven, you hate yourself. Are you a light-skinned Black American chick?
I hate myself because
first of all, let me
I know a language that you feel like I shouldn't know. No sabo, please. No sabo, please. It's called education.
Wait,
no sabo.
hold up. So let me add on to the
education.
Mexican Spanish, right? Mexican Spanish is highly influenced by Nahuatl.
No sabo. It's called education. That's your problem. Is that you don't believe that Black Americans are educated. You can't conceptualize. You can't conceptualize that Black Americans have the mental capacity to do these things. You can't conceptualize that. That's your problem. You have all these preconceived notions. That's your problem, Nosabo.
No. Your problem is that you are super brainwashed by the United States government.
Nosabo.
You are super. You're over here saying that Mexican Spanish is the colonizer language.
Me supposedly knowing Spanish is me trying to assimilate to y'all when Spanish was used to conquer you. That's literally
exactly
something wrong with you.
Want to be
There's something wrong with you.
You want to be Latino so bad because you know Black American men worship Latino women.
You have to be a white Latino because I cannot imagine.
And plus, when you speak Spanish,
I cannot imagine an indígena. I cannot imagine an indígena talking like this. You have to be white Latino. You have to be blanquito. Because there's no way that somebody that is indígena, that is talking like you.
Yeah, you sound.
You pick and choose when you want to be indigenous to this quote unquote land.
You sound
because
like
if you had any sort of pride,
Spanish teacher from high school.
You would not be trying to claim Spanish as some sort of badge of honor. And if people
sound
that don't necessarily have that
same
background knowing it is them trying to be like you. Why the heck would I want to be like you when you pick and choose when you want to be indigenous?
I don't pick and
You're
choose. I always
odd.
embrace the
You're
indigenous
odd.
side.
You're
I'm mixed
odd.
race. That's a fact.
You're odd.
Mexican Spanish
You're
is
odd.
highly
You pick and
influenced by
choose when you want to
Nahuatl.
be indigenous. You pick and choose.
Escuincle,
You pick and
Popotle,
choose because when you want to talk about Black
Apache,
Americans and how we feel all of a sudden,
Hawarachi,
our land, our land, our
all
land,
those are
and then you're the
indigenous
same one
terms that
that's trying
Mexicans
to
use
prop up
every day
Spanish
in their
as if that's a
lives.
flex when that's the very language of the people that colonized and killed your people or unalived your people. You're very much so odd. Don't
If
ever
you
in your
say
life, don't
say
ever
the
in
K
your
word
life try
again,
to
I'm
think
gonna
that
boo you.
you're smarter or better than somebody else. Because you're not. You're not as intelligent as you like to purport. Because I can give it up in Spanish and in English and in French. What you want to do? Don't play with me. And don't play with Black Americans.
Yeah, you don't know who you are.
No, you don't know who you are,
are.
Chico. Because you sitting up here,
This is why you're learning other languages.
Indígena, the next second you're trying to take up for Spain when Spain was the one that mainly had their elbow on y'all's neck. Like that's a flex.
I'm not trying to take it for
odd.
Spain. I'm just recognizing my history.
You're odd.
You don't even know
You're
Spanish,
odd.
so you can't even speak on the conquistadors.
And then you wanted to lie to the
or
panel. And then you wanted to
or
lie
Christopher
to
Columbus.
everyone on the live as if you supposedly told me off when you were barely even speaking the language you claim is yours. Because you're a no sabo and it was obvious. No sabo.
Not really.
Yes,
Again,
because you tried
don't
to
know
sit up
nothing
there and
about the
lie
history
and
of
tell
Latin
everyone that you
America.
supposedly told me off, and you can't even tell
You
me off
have
in
no
English.
Latino
You can't even
heritage,
tell me
no
off in
Hispanic
English, and you think you
heritage.
did so in Spanish.
Your
Chico,
last name
please.
is probably like Williams or something.
And your last name is Get a Life because you're literally
I know
struggling and you're
it's.
floundering. You're
I
struggling
know
and you're
you hate the
floundering
fact that you're
because
colonized
you
by the
literally
British
don't even know who you
because they did
are.
not race
Because one
mix
second you're in
like
Deacon, and the next
Latinos,
second you're taking
like
up for
the
Spain.
Spanish
So which
or the
one is it?
conquistadors did.
So which one is it? Talking about conquistador, that's your problem because you like that because you're a conquistador.
I took a DNA test.
You're a conquistador.
No, I'm not.
That's your problem.
No,
One
I
second,
said I
one second
recognize
is, oh,
my
this is my land
history.
and we're indigenous to this land, and the next
They're part
second
of
you're
my
talking
history.
about Spain. Which one is it?
I never talked about Spain. I'm
But
talking
then why
about
are
the
you taking?
conquistadors.
Why
They
are you
fled
trying to
Spain.
act as though me knowing Spanish is me trying
They
to
fled
be like
Spain.
y'all? What do you even mean? That's stupid.
They fled Spain. I know you want me to push you one drop rule so bad, but it's not going to work.
You need to go back to
I know you are
and get in touch with
super
your roots.
brainwashed by the United States government, and you want me so bad
You're
to say I have skin
because
color,
you
right?
think that you
You
know
want me to
everything
say
about
I'm a skin
everything.
color.
You think you know everything
You
about
want me to say
everything.
I'm brown. You want me
I
to
never
push a
said
skin
anything
color,
about brown.
so
That's
you
what
can
I'm
now
saying.
talk
You're
about the
literally reading down your list
conquistadors
of talking points, trying
and
to make claims that no one ever
Christopher
said.
Columbus.
I'm not talking about skin color.
You want
I'm
me to
talking
hate
about
myself.
brown.
I'm
I'm
mixed
talking about
race.
you
I
trying
have
to play in
Hispanic
people's face on this
DNA and
live.
indigenous DNA.
I'm talking about you trying
That's
to
just a
play
fact. You're
with
not.
people on this live.
You're not
like
gonna tell me who I am. I'm
I
Mexican.
never told you who you were. I'm told you how you're acting.
Mexicans are part Hispanic and part indigenous. That's a fact.
You're indígena, and the next second you're taking up for Spain. That's very much so odd.
Can you bring any evidence of that?
That's very much so odd.
What claims? What remarks have I made that cater to Spain in particular? Modern
You try
Spain.
to use supposedly. Oh, you speak Spanish because you're trying to be like us, as if Spanish is even technically your language. That's not even your language.
Well, Latino Spanish in particular.
It comes from Europe. You even claiming Spanish is odd if you're indígena. That's weird. You even feeling some sort of ownership with Spanish is odd when it comes from Europe. And it represents, and the reason why you know it is because it represents the people that oppressed your people. So you saying that as a flex that I supposedly know Spanish because I'm trying to be like you is you putting Spain on a pedestal, which is odd if you're supposedly indigenous.
Wait, nobody's putting Spain on a pedestal.
Chico.
Okay,
That's
so
my point, no sabo.
Okay, so Raven, again,
that's my point, no
speak a completely different dialect of the Spanish language.
And you were truly indígena, you would not be trying to talk about, well, you know Spanish because you're trying to be like us. Be like who? Because Mexicans didn't invent Spanish.
Like,
Raven,
speak a different dialect.
By the way,
speak a different dialect of the Spanish language than Spaniards.
By the way, Mexicans didn't invent it. And any
no
Mexican
shit,
that is identifying as indígena would never say something as stupid as that. So yeah.
Again,
so check your
we're not gonna self-hate. Are you light skinned? Are you one of those light skinned chicks that say you're black even though you're biracial?
I'm trying to be like you.
Now
Wait,
I'm
are you
so faded
are you
because
light
you said
skinned?
that I want to be like you,
Are
and
you
I'm telling
light
you straight
skinned?
up, I would never want to be like
Because
you in
if
a
you're light
thousand
skinned and you're
years.
saying you're Black American,
I would
that's a
never, I
lie.
would never be like
She
you in a
sounds
thousand
like a
years
black
because you have
light-skinned
no
American.
idea what the heck you're even talking about.
So
You don't
she's
know
of
your butt from
African
a hole in the
ancestry.
ground. Pobrecito. No Sabo up
Do
here
a
trying to
DNA
tell
test.
people off.
What?
You don't even know
Stop
your left
speaking
from your right.
Spanish. You don't
You don't even know
Do
your
it
left from your right,
Spanish, like-
pobrecito. No Sabo, please. Enough.
Cálmate.
Enough, no Sabo.
Wait,
Háblame en
Raven, why do you
español.
have
Enough,
a Dora
no
Explorer
Sabo.
meme on
Háblame en
your
español.
Enough, no
profile?
Sabo. You're done. Because you tried to
Pendeja.
sit up here and lie.
Why do you?
You tried to
Pendeja.
lie and
What?
tell everyone
Ya
on this panel what you
cállate.
supposedly said in Spanish, as if people don't
No, you're just a
understand it.
hater.
You're not
I'm
the only
against
one
your
on this
agenda.
planet that
You
understands the
want
language, and
to
you
brainwash.
You can't
lied.
even speak
You
it.
want others to
You
hate
literally
themselves.
lied. You literally lied and got caught up.
What?
You
Lie
hate
about
yourself.
what?
Are you
What are we
light-skinned?
lying about?
You're literally, that's so sad.
Are you
Lying
light
about
skinned?
what?
I feel so bad for you,
Tell
no
us.
Sabo. I need
Because
you
if
to
you're
dig
light
deep.
skinned and you're saying you're black,
You need to
you're not
do
black,
your
you're biracial.
pilgrimage to Tenochtitlan quick. One-way flight.
Háblame, negra.
Pilgrimage right now to Tenochtitlan quick and get in touch, because you trying to take up for the Spanish, talking about people want to be
What?
like you by
She's
learning
getting in her
Spanish is the
feelings.
craziest thing I've ever heard from someone that claims.
Wait,
to be
are you
Spanish.
crying?
Getting in her feelings.
That's
Wait, are you
literally,
crying?
She
You
doesn't
sound
know what
like
she's talking
literally
about. She
the
probably
Are you getting
getting
emotional
Spanish.
now?
thing you could ever say as someone.
Like
that's
take
on
a
stage
take a
now.
breath.
You
Take
take
a
a
breath.
breath.
Take a deep
no
breath.
Sabo.
Breathe.
You
Like
take
your-
a breath, no
the
Sabo,
last-
because you're lost.
The last sentence you just
Cálmate.
uttered literally
The
sounded
last
like you
sentence I
ran out
just
of
uttered,
breath.
you don't even understand.
Yeah.
Spell utter. You don't even understand what's going on right now. You're
Respira.
Oh,
bewildered.
we're
You're literally
we're now in
spell
like
uttered. Spell uttered.
are we in high school now? You're gonna
Are
tell
you
me
in
how
high
to
school?
spell
Because you're trying to sit up
words?
here and lie and say people
Bro,
are
we're
making
proud of our
claims that they're not
indigenous
saying. Are you in high
DNA.
school?
DNA that we actually have.
Yeah, we're mixed
Like, what do
race,
you-
and
what do
we
you even
recognize
mean?
that we're
Oh,
mixed
now it's
race.
about being
I
mixed
don't
race.
see the
That's why
contradiction I'm
that's why I
making.
said what I said. That's
What
why
are
I
We're
said
you?
what I
against your
said.
narrative. You want
That's why I
Latinos
said what
to
I
push the
said.
one-drop
One
rule.
second you're talking about
You want to
Indigena, the
divide
next
the
second you're
Latino
talking about
community.
Spain. So
You're
which
just
one is it?
blabbering.
One
You're just
second you're talking
monologuing.
about Indigena, the next second you're talking
just
about
blabbering.
Spain. Which one is it? Which
We
one
have
is
both.
it? Which one is it? Oh,
You
now
just
it's
want to
both.
divide the
So
Latino
exactly. So
community.
you ride the fence.
The Mexican
You ride
culture
the
is an
fence
integration
depending
of
on how
indigenous
you
and Spanish
feel.
culture, if you didn't know.
So you ride the fence depending on how
It's
you
both.
feel. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So keep that same energy the next time you come up here talking about indigenous this and
We're
indigenous
both- we're
that.
both in-
Keep
we're
that
both.
same energy. I'm just saying, no Sabo.
We're a mixture of both. That's what
I'm
you
just
don't
saying,
get.
no Sabo. Everybody.
You don't get it.
No, you
Like,
don't
you
get
hate
it. No,
yourself.
you don't get it.
This is why you came out to the Mexican live.
No.
This
you
is a
don't
Mexican
get it.
You
live.
probably don't even
You
know
don't get
You
yourself.
it.
came into our
You
platform.
didn't even know
You probably
like,
don't
are
even
you
know
okay?
If
who
you're- are you
as an
FBA?
ancestor.
You're getting chewed.
Wait, Raven, what's
and
your
now you're
what's
trying
your
to project.
agenda? First of
You're
all,
getting
Raven, you
literally
look
are you
bad
chewed
right
up.
now.
FBA?
Just stop.
You're literally getting
You
chewed
look
up.
so
And
bad
now
right
you're
now.
trying to
It's
make
not
it.
even
Now you're
funny.
trying to make up stuff. It's so
It's
sad.
terrible.
It's
You
so
look
sad,
terrible
no
right
Sabo.
now.
It's so sad, no Sabo.
You look
Like
terrible.
I'm
Hold
so
up, are you
disappointed in
FBA?
you. It's one thing to be a no
Raven,
Sabo.
are you
It's another
FBA?
thing to be an idiot. Pick. You have to pick your struggle. Either be a no Sabo or be an idiot. You can't be
Oh,
both.
look at that. Look at that. She's going to personal attacks.
You can't be
Look
both.
at that.
What do you mean? You've
Wait a
been
minute.
personal
Okay, so what's
attacking.
your
You said that I
agenda?
didn't supposedly know myself. So please, you don't even know.
What do you believe in? Are
You
you a
don't even know
Democrat?
who you are.
Please. Take
Are you a
You don't
Democrat?
even know who you are.
take a sip out of your own medicine. Like seriously, you know, you want to talk about
Exactly,
personal
'cause you
attacks when you
can't
came
tell
up
us who
here and
you
tried to
are.
say I didn't know myself.
You can't even tell us who you are.
Nobody cares what you're talking about. Next,
Exactly.
no Sabo, you have to
You
pick.
Raven, just
You have
chill.
to
Like you don't know a
Take the
lick
time
to
of
pick
your
yourself.
native
You can't be
language.
Find out who
stupid
you
and a no
are.
Sabo.
Find out who you
You
are.
can't be
Find your
stupid
roots.
and a no Sabo. You have to
You don't
pick.
even know your
Who you
Afri-
are.
You don't even know
Either be
your own native
Find your
African
intelligent,
language.
Find your ancestry.
either be
You're
intelligent
literally
Read a
learning
book.
other.
or
You're
once in your
learning.
life.
learn the language that you claim that you want to claim. You can't be
You're
an
You're
idiot
learning.
and you
You're
can't be an
learning
idiot and an
Raven.
Osawo. You can't.
Raven.
That's like
some therapy.
blasphemy.
First of
You
all, the
can't do that.
Spanish.
You can't do
First
that.
of all, you
Osawo.
weren't even speaking Spanish. You don't even know Spanish. Like you're a no Sabo.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Because
hilarious.
you're
And
conquistador
also, you
number one.
admitted. You already
You're
admitted.
conquistador
You
number one.
debunked
You
yourself.
yes.
You admitted
yes.
that Los
No
Latinos
Spanish,
are
more than
taking
anyone
over.
no Sabo. You're
Yo conquistador number
we're
one.
taking over.
Look at this guy.
Something you don't have.
Yeah. Conquistador number one. Here we go. Tell us all about
Look at
who's
that.
right and who's
They're
wrong.
getting
We
upset.
literally taking over the United States. Our
Good.
demographics are changing by 2050. You guys are gonna have to adopt into our culture. This whole
If that's what you think,
this whole,
then that's what you think. Congratulations on having an opinion.
Yeah.
this whole idea of like trying to
Congratulations on
push
having an opinion.
You can
this
see
whole
it all
idea
around you.
of like
Just open
pushing
your
a one
eyes.
drop rule and thinking that it's going to be productive in the future is not true. It's not true.
Who's pushing
You're
the
gonna
one
fail.
drop
That
rule?
those arguments.
No
you
one.
are.
You're literally
You
arguing things
literally
that no one has
said that I'm
said.
trying to be YT or Spaniard just because I recognize my history as a Latino man.
I never said that. I said 1 second. You're saying that you're indígena. Then when the narrative suits you, you'll say that you are from Spain.
You know
And
the
I
beautiful thing
said
about being
that's
Mexican?
Never
that's
said that.
wrong.
Where's the
Because
evidence?
if
With a-
you
with a
have to,
Where's the
compilation of
evidence that I
both.
said I'm
have
from
to
Spain?
stand
That's what
10
you don't
toes
get.
Where's the
down on
evidence?
everything
Where's the
that you're
proof?
saying, because once earlier in the
Do you have a
live,
recording of me?
everything was
Because I know you're
indígena,
recording me.
indígena. Then all of a
I know
sudden,
you guys are
when you
recording me
start
right now.
bringing
You
up
guys are not
Spanish and you start
getting
trying
me.
to claim Spain as if Spain did anything good for Mexico when they
Oh,
didn't.
this girl's a clown.
Yeah, no, you're a clown
This
because
girl's
you
a
think
clown.
Can you?
you're
Do
the
you have
only
a
one that knows
recording of
about
me
your
saying
ish.
that
That's the
I'm from
problem.
Spain?
You don't bank on anyone else knowing about your dirty laundry.
You don't even know your
You
own
think you're the
heritage,
only
I'm
ones that
pretty
know
sure.
about your history. You don't think that
You don't
anybody else
even know
does,
your own
right?
native
So
African
anyway,
language. You only know.
you pick and choose when
You-
you want to be
you only
indígena,
know
and you
English.
pick and choose
You
when
don't
you
even know
want
Spanish.
to be from Spain. So if you're saying that you're mixed, that's
I
fine.
never said I'm
I
from
would never
Spain.
tell
I said
anyone
I'm
not to take
influenced by
ownership
Hispanic
over who they
culture.
are, but don't try to sit up there and
That's a
ride the
fact.
fence. That's what I'm calling you out about, because Spain never did anything good for Mexico. Okay, and if you're riding this whole indígena wave, you would have never said that. So if you're gonna come out and say that you're just as proud to be from Spanish descent as you are Mexican, then say that. But you were not saying that in the beginning.
I never said what the
sabo.
conquistadors did was
No
a good
sabo.
thing.
You
I'm
were
just
never saying that in the beginning,
You gotta
no
recognize
sabo.
the facts.
You were never saying that in the
I'm
beginning,
just
no
saying you
sabo.
gotta recognize the facts. The
Yeah,
conquistadors
recognize
came
the
in and
fact that
conquered the
you
Aztecs.
say
That's a
what you want
fact.
to say as it suits
And
you,
created
no
a bunch of mixed
sabo.
race people.
No sabo.
It's not my fault.
No
You think you're unattractive
sabo.
because you're a full-blood black
No
American chick.
sabo. No sabo.
It's not my fault.
I
Your
don't
men
care
hate
anything
you
about
and
what you're
prefer
saying,
Latino
because you have
women.
already proven that you're ignorant.
How do you know about the Passport Bros?
You've already proven that you literally
Look
do
up
not.
Passport
You've
Bros.
already proven that you literally do not have
Look
the
up the
brain cells to
Passport Bros.
have a intellectual conversation. So you've resorted to trying to act
There's
as
a
if you know
lot
more
of
than everyone when
I
you
like.
literally know nothing.
There's a lot of colorism in your own
You have
community, but
resorted
you're
to
here
acting like you know
coming to a
everything when
Mexican
you
live
know
to call
nothing. You're
Mexicans
talking
out
about
for
colorism. No one
being
even
racist.
talked about colorism. You asking me if I'm light skinned. I already
Yeah,
said I'm light
you want me
skinned.
to push
You're
the one
literally
drop rule.
floundering for talking points that no one's even saying. You're bringing up stuff that no one's even talking about, because you have a list that you're rattling off that you've pre-prepared, because you have no brain cells to think critically on the fly. So you're trying to rattle off some talking points that no one's even talking about. Oh, because my heritage. Oh, you're light skinned. You don't know who you are. Nigga, ain't nobody even talking about that. I'm talking about you being an osabo and riding the fence. That's the subject at hand.
Okay, so I'm mixed race, right? I'm part Hispanic and part indigenous. That's a fact. I'm not gonna hate myself and push the one drop rule.
And you shouldn't
I'm
hate
against your
yourself, but
narrative.
don't
I
ride the
understand
fence.
that.
And you shouldn't hate yourself and
I understand
don't ride
that.
the fence.
You hate the fact that Latinos have a culture and they're
I
taking over
don't
the
care
United
about
States.
Latino culture. I don't care that Latinos have culture. Why do you keep trying
Then
to
why
make
did you
it seem
learn
like,
Spanish?
why do you keep
Why are you
trying to
learn
make it seem
Spanish?
like black people hate Latinos?
Why are you
Like you're
trying-
literally trying to start something that doesn't exist.
Why are you trying
Like,
to
you wanna
learn,
be
like,
so,
first grade
you wanna
level
fight
Spanish?
so bad. Like that's the problem. You wanna fight so freaking bad. And the fact that you keep associating
No, this
Spanish
is a
with
lie.
Latinos when Spanish
I'm
comes
responding
from
to
Spain
you
is
guys,
sick.
right?
It's sick.
Tariq Nasheed
Like the
is
fact
talking.
that you
Tariq
keep
Nasheed
trying to
said it
make
himself.
Spanish about Latinos
He says
when it's
Latinos
all
are
about
anchor babies.
Spain
I'm
is
just defending my
actually
community.
sick. Like there's something wrong with your brain. How
You
many
guys want us to
hear
identify
that
as
Spanish comes from
Afro-Latino.
Spain? How many times do you need to hear that Spanish comes from Spain? I don't really know how many times you need to hear that. You almost sound like somebody saying that English comes from the United States. Are you okay? How many times do you need to hear that? That has nothing to do with Latinos. How many times do you need to understand that? Because I don't want to call you
Can
tonto,
you
but it's
speak
giving
softly?
tonto. I
Can
don't
you
want to.
not
I don't
yell?
want
Like,
to
I know I
start
got in your
calling you
feelings.
tonto, but it's giving tontoncito.
I know I got in your feelings.
It's not about my
You
feelings.
know,
It's about the fact that you're literally
because I'm telling the
slow,
truth.
despacio.
But
Despacio.
No.
That's how your
No, I'm
brain works.
against your
Bastante
narrative.
despacio.
You're in a Mexican live.
Yeah, I'm in a Mexican live
You're in a
talking
Mexican
to someone that
live.
claims that they're
Yeah,
Mexican, but they're
you came
taking up for
into my
Spain. That's
you
odd.
came into a Mexican
I'm in a
live,
Mexican live
and so
where
you can
there's someone in here
tell us that
trying
we're
to take up for
colorist and racist just
Spain.
because we recognize that we're part Hispanic.
I'm in a
You are
Mexican
not going to
live.
anglicize
I'm in a
Latinos.
Mexican live where a Mexican
You
is
want
taking up for
Latinos to
Spain
just learn to
when
just know one
Spain
language,
is
right?
the biggest
You want
oppressor
Latinos to
of
just know
Mexico
one language, which is the
ever.
English
So it's
language, so you
odd
can push
that
the
you're
one-drop
trying to
rule
take
and
up for
say
a
that
country
Afro-Latinos
that has
like
done your
Sofia
people
Negara,
so wrong.
Sofia
And then at the
Negara,
tail end of
Sofia
that,
La
you
Negra,
claim
or
herencia
whatever that
from
she,
that
Amara La
same
Negra.
country.
You want
That's
Cardi
very
B. You want to create
odd.
more Cardi B's
That's
and
very
Amara La
odd.
Negras and push
That's
the
very,
one-drop
very
rule.
odd.
That's what you
very
want.
odd.
You want
That's
to bring
really
more
odd.
no's
I'm in a
into your
Mexican live where a
community
Mexican is taking up for
because you
Spain.
know you're declining.
Like, that's really,
Your
really
community is
weird.
declining, and
That's
you want
really
to bring
weird.
more
Why do
people
you
in your community
why
by
do you
pushing
have a
one-drop
vested
rule on
interest in if my
Latinos.
community is declining or not? Why what difference does that make to you as a Mexican?
Well,
Why
first
do
of
you
all,
care if my community is declining
you're
or
the one
not?
that came into a Mexican live.
Yes, and I'll do it again.
You're the one that came
because
into a Mexican live.
and I'll do it again.
Like you don't
because
see
you're
me going
odd
to
for being
Black American
Mexican and taking up
lives
for
and having
Spain.
this
And I'll do it
long
again. And I'll do
tantrum,
it again. And I'll do
this
it again.
this
And I'll do
long
it again.
session,
Because you're
2-hour
odd
sessions
for
of going back and
taking up.
forth.
You're odd for taking up for Spain.
I have the
given
arguments.
all of the things they've done to
I'm
Mexico. That's
I'm
weird.
not like
So yeah, in
I'm
a
not.
Mexican live doing that.
I'm not tripping. Like
In a
I have the
Mexican live
arguments.
doing
You
that, no
can
sabo.
keep on.
That's very odd that you're
You
doing
can
that in a
keep on.
Mexican
You
live,
can
no
keep on with
sabo.
your silly little
That's very, very odd
naive
doing that in a
arguments. Like
Mexican
I know I
live.
have
That's
my
very odd doing
arguments
that in a Mexican
are
live.
facts.
You're not. You haven't
I
stated a
will never
fact. You
change
haven't
my
stated a
arguments.
fact. You haven't stated a fact.
Yeah, I'm mixed race. I'm
No,
mixed race
no,
and
you
I'm
haven't.
Mexican.
You haven't stated a fact. Now it's
I'm
about
not
mixed
gonna
race.
say I'm.
But when,
I'm not
when,
gonna
but
say I'm a
when, but
brown.
when the other Black
I'm not
Americans,
gonna
so
say
up
I'm
here,
a
you were
crayon
talking
color.
about everything was freaking indígena. So which one is it? Like now you want to talk about mixed race when I came up here and spoke Spanish.
Yeah, I'm
but
indigenous.
before everything was indígena.
Indigenous
But
is
you
something
weren't
that's
talking
cultural.
about mixed race before.
It's
You weren't
something
talking
that's
about
genetic
mixed
and
race.
cultural.
You
It's
weren't
not a
talking
skin
about mixed
color
race
like that.
because weren't you the same
So
one?
even if you do
Hold
push,
on, weren't you the same
even
one
if
that
you
was
do,
talking
even if
about? Weren't you the same
like
one on the
we're
live
different,
talking
like
about
Latinos
how?
are completely
Weren't you the
different
same one
compared
on the live talking about how white
FBAs.
women
Because I'm not gonna
were
generalize all Black
supposedly
Americans.
had to wear long dresses because they would use the bathroom in the street? Weren't you the same ones that said that? You're the same ones talking about, oh, indigenous people had to teach these people how to act and they had to wear long dresses because they would just sit down and squat and use the bathroom right there. Them same white women, right? That came from Spain. Those are the ones you're talking about.
That was not me.
Now that's your
That was a
herencia. So that's
panelist.
what I'm
That
saying.
was another
When you were
panelist.
having that conversation, oh, I'm
I have
100%
people.
on the indigenous side. But then when now we start talking about Spanish, now I'm mixed.
Okay, so
you come from the people
okay,
that
so
were
that was
squatting in the
another
middle of the street.
panelist.
So you come from the people that were squatting in the middle of the street using the
That
bathroom.
was
then.
another
You
panelist
come
that
from the
said
people that
that.
needed to be taught how to clean. That's where you come
I
from,
I
right?
allow everybody to come in and speak. My platform is also a
from the
platform
people
of
that were
freedom of
squatting
speech.
and using the bathroom in the roads. That's what you're saying? Because when that was
That
brought
was
up,
not
you
me.
just
I did
said
not
that
make
you're the
those remarks.
indigenous.
That was somebody else. That was
When that was
another
brought up, you just
panelist.
said that you're the indigenous one. But when we start talking about Spanish, all of a sudden that's you too. That's what I'm saying. You're weird. You flip flop. If
That's
you're
a
mixed, then
no.
be
Wait,
mixed,
hold
then
up.
be
I never
mixed.
said. I never said I was Spanish. I never said not once
So now
that
you're not
I'm from
Spanish?
Spain.
So you're not now. You're not Spanish.
No,
So
I'm not Spanish.
what are you mixed with?
Spaniards are people from Spain. Are people who are native to the territory of Spain.
What are you mixed
I'm
with?
not Spaniard.
You said you're mixed. What are you mixed with?
I'm part. Yeah, I'm part Hispanic and part indigenous. I will always say that.
So do you know what Hispanic
That's
means?
a fact. I
Do you
have
know
the
what
proof.
Hispanic means?
I have the proof. I took a DNA test. I have my documents ready to show it to anybody because that's a fact.
So you're not
You know,
Spanish.
I'm not gonna push the one drop
You have,
rule.
you're not Spanish, but you have Spanish heritage. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So again,
Yeah.
descend from the very people that you were up here trying to
Having a Hispanic
using the
heritage
bathroom
does
in
not
the
make you
street.
automatically a Spaniard.
I
You know,
never
Spaniards have their own dialect of the Spanish language.
I never said the word
They say
Spaniard.
vos.
I literally never
If you're trying
said
to learn
that.
Spanish, okay,
I literally never said that.
It's
You need
Spanish
to learn
class.
how to listen. You need to learn how to listen.
It's Spanish class. It's time to have some Spanish lessons. Did you know Spaniards say vos
Did you know that
and
you need to learn how
vosotros
to listen as an osabo?
instead of
That's what you
tú
need to learn
and
how to do
ustedes?
because you're not listening. The issue
You
here
don't
at
even know the
hand-
difference between Castilian Spanish and Latino
How
Spanish.
come I don't know about Castellano? Of course I know about Castellano. That's what I'm saying. You don't know ish about what I know.
Wow, you're more
Are
Spaniard
you
than
okay?
me.
Are you
know,
okay?
like,
You don't know
what?
ish about what I know.
Okay,
Of course I
so
know about Castellano.
you know
Of
about
course I know about
so
Castellano.
okay, so
really,
you're
that's
more
what I'm
Spaniard than
saying.
me
You
because I
try to
speak
act
Latino
like you know
Spanish.
everything about what I know. You don't even know the difference
oh.
between yes, I do, you idiot. Yes, I do, you idiot.
Okay,
What are
so
you
if
not
you
getting?
know, wait,
What
hold
are you
up.
not getting? Stop making inferences about people that you know
Okay,
nothing
you're a
about.
Spaniard. No,
Stop
you're a
making
Spaniard
inferences
because you're
about
the one
people
that
when you
claimed to
don't
know
know
Castellano.
anything. You don't know anything.
I don't speak Castellano. I just know a few details
came out
about
of
it,
your
but I don't
mouth
know
and
much
tried to
about
say,
it because
well,
I'm
you don't know
Latino.
about Castilian Spanish. What the heck I do? Like, what are you talking about? Who told you that?
I know if
Who told you that? Your
okay, so if you
ancestors
do
that were
know
boo-booing
about
in
it,
the
then you're more
street?
Spaniard than me.
Who told you that? Your ancestors
more
that were
Spaniard
boo-booing in the
than
street
me.
that I didn't know about Castellano? Like, please, like, you literally are ridiculous. Like, this guy, you're literally up here floundering with your spreadsheet of talking points.
You're
that
the
no
one
one's even
acting
talking about.
super emotional.
You're the one that's acting dense.
Like, I'm relaxed. Like, I'm
You're
not
the one that's
tripping.
acting.
I'm just chilling here.
I'm just chilling.
I'm not
Shut
gonna.
up. You
I'm not gonna end the
literally,
live.
you literally are acting.
I'm just
dense.
waiting for you to
You
just
literally are
get all
acting
burnt
dense.
out and just back out.
You're literally
'Cause-
acting dense. You're literally acting dense.
Because I have the arguments at the end of the day.
You don't have
guys
any
have
argument. You
nothing
haven't
on me.
argued ish. You literally
Yeah,
suck
I'm mixed
actually.
race, and
You
I'm proud to be
literally,
Mexican.
you literally suck.
That's my
actually.
argument.
You literally suck.
I'm
You
not gonna
haven't- you
push the
haven't
one drop
landed
rule.
any
I'm not a
point.
skin color.
You haven't ate anybody
I'm
up.
not
Now you're
gonna
talking about
let
skin
you
color,
to,
and no one's talking
gaslight
about
me
skin color.
to the point
Like, you're
where I have to push the one drop
insane,
rule.
pobrecito. Like, you're actually insane, and I feel bad for you, no Sabo, because you literally cleared out the whole panel to do what? Lie some more? That's what you wanted to do? Lie? Because you
No,
first
I'm
came up
not
here and tried
lying.
to
I'm
say that you
mixed
supposedly
race.
told me off. You lied and said that you supposedly told me off. And then, because you didn't think anybody else in here could understand, but they did. And they knew that you were lying. Then you cleared out the whole panel and then called yourself trying to tell me off again.
I know you guys rewatched the recording. I know you guys are recording me.
Then watch the recording.
Rewatch the recording.
Watch
you
the
literally just
recording.
said
You got chewed up.
people in my neighborhood speak. I'm surrounded by Latinos. This is why I decided my parents taught me Spanish.
Congratulations, they should have taught you Spanish.
So,
you're still in Osabo. You're still in Osabo.
First of all,
you're still in Osabo. All that aprendizaje, and you're still in Osabo.
Okay, so I'm part Hispanic. My last name is Hispanic.
You're still in Osabo. Yeah.
And no, I'm not in Osabo. I know Spanish.
Osabo.
I know Mexican Spanish in particular.
As soon as you started talking, I could tell that you're in Osabo. As soon as you started talking.
Do you even know any indigenous terms that's from the Mexican? Oh, okay, so I did not drop her. One of my mods probably dropped her, but hold up, let me, because I'm not, the stream is not over. I'm still chilling. I don't know, you guys thought you were gonna like take me down. Nah, I'm gonna play some Trig Nasheed right now and debunk his arguments. You guys thought you were gonna like raid me and like scare me off and to stop promoting my arguments. No, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna respond to Trig Nasheed.